If we could look into the future, what would we see? Well, tonight we're going to get a glimpse into what the Philippines can be like in the next 10 or even 20 years as we meet the Philippines' next game changers, the top 100 of Tatler's Generation T. But before anything else, let's learn how Tatler came up with a definitive list of the country's emerging movers and shakers. So tell me, Tita, there's so much talent in the Philippines and so many interesting people. How did you choose this first 100?
First, we decided that it was going to be only for people who are 25 to 40-year-olds. That was the cutoff. And we decided to look for people who were making a difference and inspiring other people in their chosen fields, whether that be in sports, in business, in the arts, philanthropy, a cross-section. We chose people who were making a difference, were giving back, not necessarily part of, quote-unquote Philippine society, but they had to be, with a lot of merit.
That's interesting because, I think nowadays everyone has their own little grandstand through the internet and all this, but it's still really nice to be recognized, for a job well done and encouraged.
Yes, and hopefully these people, the first 100 will be, they will be a source of emulation for other people.
So Michelle, let us know, how did you decide to come up with Generation T?
I think it's also a reflection of a society which is evolving. I think that today Asia is much richer in a lot of different dimensions. And as you mentioned, art is being one, sport is being another one, business. I want to be a reflection of this diversity in the region.
Now it's time to meet some of the Philippine society's trailblazers, starting off with a household name from the entertainment industry. So, Piolo, let me know, how do you feel when they told you about Generation T, that you're a part of it?
I'm really elated. I mean, I never expected to be on the list. I'm just doing what I do. Basically, I'm an actor and a celebrity in a way. But, whatever, however you want to inspire people, I mean, it's fun to just be acknowledged and be validated as well.
Definitely, and you are an inspiration to a lot of people.
Thank you.
Even if it's just your movies, you give a lot of hope, and it makes people forget their problems, right?
That's what inspires me. At the end of the day, as much as you think it's just work, but when you get to inspire people and you get to touch people's lives, it makes a lot of difference.
Definitely. Okay, so how would you like to see the Philippines evolve in the next 10 years?
Better economy, more than anything, and I think we're on our way there. So just stay positive, and I hope everything will be better in due time.
Next on our list is a woman who aims to create greater environmental advocacy and enhance public health in the Philippines.
I guess I was really honored and also really excited. I think it's great that they're sort of nominating a lot of the younger, more entrepreneurial, I guess, if you will, new business people that are sort of coming into their own businesses and starting out their careers. And so I think it was just very exciting, and also be very honored to be included with the rest of them.
So how do you want to see the Philippines in the next 10 years, and what role would you like to play in that?
I guess I'd like to see a stronger agricultural sector. I'd love to see a lot more fresh fruits, vegetables. The Philippines is a very lush, very green country, and I think it's a great asset that we haven't been utilizing, and I think it's one thing we can definitely develop, and not just for the health of the people, but sort of the environment and everything around us.
Up next is a man who hasn't made so much of a footprint in social media, but is definitely making waves in the port business.
Well, I was very honored, Steph, especially since I felt I was being brought into a younger generation.
Well, you're not. You haven't aged. So
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, since it is, people are saying these are the movers and shakers of the next generation. I mean, how do you see the Philippines evolving in the next 10 years?
I'd like to see our infrastructure change dramatically, and we're taking the right steps, but right now they're baby steps. So hopefully when we look forward to what we'll have in 10 years, we're talking about something at par with the fastest growing economies in the world.
Yes. Lastly, we have a beauty industry mogul with a big heart for less fortunate kids. How did you feel when you found out you were part of Generation T?
I was really honored and shocked that Tatler would actually choose me to be one of them. I think it's a very interesting mix. It gives a good indication of the different facets of what the Philippines is all about.
And on that note, okay, how would you like to see the Philippines in the next 10 years?
Definitely, I'd love to have a progressive country. We're doing what we can in our small efforts, but I'm really hoping to have a very solid government. To be honest, I want a lot more camaraderie. Everyone could just get on the same page. I'm sure we will create things that were even unthinkable.
People like you and your contemporaries, I think it's going to happen. So thanks, Crystal.